Hey, what's good, y'all? It's been a long 3 months, nigga, since I was able to have a live, man. My goodness. Man, I feel awkward as hell. Can y'all hear me? What's going on, Art? I gotta get my weight up on these live streams because I out of commission. So what I'm gonna try to do is try to keep the damn live up long enough so that I can get consistent with live shows. So I want to do at least one show every weekend at a particular time so that y'all can be, you know what I'm saying, just used to me being live. If I can keep this damn channel from being flagged down and, you know what I'm saying, not having the ability to go live and shit, I might be able to establish something like that. Motherfuckers be hating on YouTube, man. They took my shit down on the back of a live stream I did about I think I was talking about like a continuation of the Planet of the Apes breakdown and all of that. And I guess they felt like that shit was too much truth. And they was like, fuck all that. We taking this shit down. Grinch, you know what's happening. You know what's up. You know what's up, Grinch. Are we still washing this wig? I got the Dawn and the hot water, nigga. Cause you know you can't use shampoo on that shit. Cause it's not hair. It's not hair. So we using Dawn and motherfucking latex gloves for this shit. Cause you don't want the residue on your hands. You don't want that residue on there. I am not putting up with you today, Grinch. I'm not putting up with you today. Yo, not putting up with you today, Grinch. uh, see, that's why the Dawn Art Forte. That's one of the best degreasing, de-oiling dishwashing liquids out on the market. This is why. See what I'm saying? But see what we gonna do? We gonna have some structure to it today because I'm gonna break down this little talking point, and I've broken it down before in my videos. Undisclosed, you ain't gotta check back in at all, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? This my motherfucker channel. They always coming in here trying to tell a motherfucker what to do. You ain't never gotta come check back in. How about that, my nigga? What's good? You ain't never gotta come back. That's the thing about this shit. Don't need you, nigga. You said restaurant grade that'll eat paint. Yo. Uh-uh. Undisclosed username. You would come in here with a troll ass motherfucking account. That shit wigs me the hell out. Don't y'all know by now that content creators say what the hell they want to say on their channel? You don't get to dictate that. You feel me? Anyway, I'm gonna break down this little stupid ass talking point that a certain Wiggy Witch of the West likes to use. Yeah, it wigs me out. What's up, hoodie one? But we gonna go at this talking point. You know what I'm saying? And then I mean, are we gonna roast? That should almost go without saying. That should almost go without saying. Cause I'm in a roasty kind of mood. A nigga got they chef hat on, nigga. I got on my motherfucking apron, my nigga. We about to do this. Cause the first thing that I want to talk about is this dominated black male. The dominated black male. Hooded, we not going. How you gonna say he has his own talking points? You know what I'm saying? Motherfucking legend has it that in the bottom of a cave deep in the Himalayan mountains, her wig is the motherfucking sage oracle, goddammit. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers travel high and low, near and far, motherfucker. Never make it. That shit is like the lost city of Atlantis. A motherfucker never find that shit, but keep looking. See, I'm in a roasty mood. I'm trying not to roast right away. We gonna slow cook a little bit, and then I'll just break out the bonfire and just throw her wig in it. Motherfucker might be indestructible. You know what I'm saying? The motherfucking fountain of youth. You know what I'm saying? Savage, you ain't missed nothing yet, man. So, okay. So, this talking point, because Wiggy was on a panel that she's always on as of late, but this was like a couple of weeks ago. And I was asking her questions in the chat room, to which she sort of dismissed them. I addressed that in my video, War of Attrition. And what I was addressing was she started in with the black men are dominated by white men bullshit. Like she started in with that shit. And she specifically says black men are dominated by another group of men. But she never includes the women in that sentiment. You see what I'm saying? She never includes the females in that. So I asked her about that. I'm like, so the women aren't dominated? She's like, well, if the man's dominated, the woman's dominated. So say that shit. You know what I'm saying? You specifically pointing out men so that you can use it, wield it like a weapon. You wield that talking point like a weapon. And it is an asinine talking point. Because the premise here is that black men as a collective, as she likes to say, are not doing anything to combat the system of white supremacy. And they also are not doing anything worthy of the respect of the so-called collective of black women. Which basically says, in other words, we will not respect you as men unless and until you overturn and overthrow the entire system of white supremacy under which we are all suppressed. It's not domination, it's suppression and oppression is what it is. And she likes to use the word dominate because it's a trigger, because men don't like the concept of being dominated by anything or anyone. So she's using it as a trigger to trigger off Black men. But there's a couple of things. First of all, if white men are the dominant men, go be with them motherfuckers. That's my thing. Go be with that lousy motherfucker. Go. Go from among us. You and your puppet master wig. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker got a mind of its own and shit. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker be in the morning. She had that motherfucker propped up on that styrofoam wig. And it be wiggling back and forth and shit, talking shit. Black men aren't shit, Cynthia, and you know it. You know, that's what the fuck. You know it's got a white ass valley voice. Cause that's the only thing it could have. And you need to get on the internet and tell all of these motherfucking black men that they aren't shit and that white men fucking dominate them. You got that shit, Cynthia? I want to hear that shit today. And she put that motherfucker on and she go live. You know what I'm saying? It's like a symbiote. Her wig is the motherfucking symbiote. Anyway, I ain't finna get off into this roast, man. Y'all already got me in this roast, man. What's going on, psychopathist, man? I saw you try to get at her, man. They was trying to come for you, man, on that panel. I saw that. But here's the thing. If you like white men so much and they're dominant and black men ain't shit and they're not doing anything worthy of respect and they're not doing anything that black women need to support, need to get behind, need to rally behind, then leave. Leave. All you got to do is leave black men alone. Because, see, that talking point alone is stupid for several reasons. I'm going to give you another reason why it's dumb. Because it demonstrates her lack of understanding of what white supremacy actually is. I think this bitch think it's a headquarters that black men can go storm. And they just simply have not done it. It hasn't been thought about what exactly is being asked. If we're talking about overthrowing white supremacy, first of all, that is a multi-generational and multi-pronged attack. It's a war that needs to be fought on several different fronts simultaneously. You are asking black men to oppose a complete system. It is a system of white supremacy, not a headquarters, it's not just the KKK, or it's not it is a system. It is systemic, meaning that it has insidiously incorporated itself into every major facet of this civilization that we live in. From the very moment that pen went to paper for the Declaration of Independence, the preamble, and the Constitution, it has never been with black people in mind. When they brought us over from Africa, there was no expiration date on our slavery. It was never to end. And once our usefulness was gone, we were to be exterminated like so much vermin. But they couldn't do it. And so, since they could not exterminate us in a complete genocide, because they wanted to do genocide, because they placed us in ghettos, like what was done, like in Warsaw, like they did the Jews. First, place you in ghettos so that they can concentrate you, so they know where you are at all times, and then systematically destroy you. When they control where you live, they control the level of education you have and can receive. When they control the finances, the jobs, the employment, and the opportunities that you can receive. When they control the money that you are using to go about your business in this country. When you are subject underneath the same law that was created against you, then how are you to oppose such a system, I guess in her lifetime, so that she can sit back on her bundle of Indian Remy and motherfucking dog hair and pile on a bunch of motherfucking eyeshadow while our men go out and fucking fight white supremacy, and I guess come back and get that bitch off her tuffet. Ain't nobody gonna come get your ass once it's done, because you decided that black men were not even worthy of support at all. You decided that they were not worthy of respect until they not only fought white supremacy but defeated it. This is a country with its own military, one of the most powerful militaries in the world. Both the actual military, which consists of the Army, the Marine Corps, the Air Force, etc. But you also have local law enforcement. And even the majority of white citizens in this country heavily outarm black citizens. They have access legally to guns that we cannot get. Chattel slavery is still happening to black men under the 13th Amendment, which abolished slavery supposedly, but all it did was restructure the slave system. And then the judicial system was put into place, and these laws and statutes were put into place, the three strikes out law, penalizing and criminalizing drug activity. This sort of thing was designed to heavily incarcerate black men specifically with harsher, longer sentences. Then the prisons were privatized away from being state-owned prisons to prisons owned by private companies. And these companies hire out other companies to basically have slave labor within prisons. We have prisoners not only pressing license plates, because that would be a state service. We got prisoners putting together motherboards. We have prisoners putting together the components of your iPhones and your Samsungs and all of that. We've got prisoners making mattresses. We've got prisoners making clothes. We have prisoners doing agriculture. And the majority of which are black men. Black men are still under chattel slavery, which is legal under the 13th Amendment of the Constitution. But black men are supposed to do what? So that you're satisfied. So that you're satisfied enough to, I guess, maybe give them your respect. Don't nobody need your motherfucking respect. You don't even have empathy for the men to which you belong, because you belong with them whether you want to be with them or not, because your white zaddy sees you as a nigga like the rest of them. You're just a useful fucking idiot. That's all. That can sit on here and talk mad shit about black men. None of this shit can be substantiated. Went into Angry Man's chat yesterday talking about some black men are copying white men's mentality and white men's masculinity. What the first issue is that white men don't have masculinity. Let's just get that shit out of the way. All right. Do you know the level that a white man have to reach in order to get the level of masculinity that your average hood nigga have? That's the first problem. And since you're so impressed with that motherfucker, why don't you go over to him? Since he's dominating your men, he's got masculinity in spades that black men are trying to copy off of. Um, he can, he's got power in the country. You just want your spot in the sun that you think white women have. That is what you want, Cynthia. I'm gonna go ahead and fucking say your name. Fuck it. Cause I'm gonna take this live stream down anyway. You want white womanhood. But it's like I pointed out in the other video. Our men are not going to be able to accomplish any significant thing or a sustained thing without the women. The KKK would not have flourished the way that they did without the unwavering support of their women. And this was something done to subjugate an entire other group of people. And they were down with that shit. And you will not even lift the edge of that stiff ass motherfucking wig to help your men fight a righteous cause, which is to liberate himself, which in turn liberates you, you fucking idiot. You're an idiot. It liberates you. So you need to throw all of your empathy, all of your support, both morally and monetarily, towards the efforts that are being made. Find something going on in your community and support it. If you're not aware enough, or that's not the avenue in which you want to support, you can at the very least use your platform, your very public platform, not to tear down your own group of men. The fact that black men have survived, that there are any of them that are out, not incarcerated, and are employed in some way, shape, or fashion. And I'm not talking about always clocking in on some white man's time. However, he's employed, however, he's taking care of himself and his family, if he has a family. It's the 10th wonder of the fucking world. Because constantly under fucking attack. Black men are constantly under attack. And I didn't mean to overlook you. Esteemed brother Valdez has joined us. So You've basically demonstrated your lack of understanding of white supremacy, which you had a whole campaign going, I think last year or some shit, talking about white supremacy, evil albinoid devils, yada yada yada. I guess they got at your ass. And you know, that's another thing. That's another fucking thing. You talking about what have black men done to overthrow the system. You can sit in front of your motherfucking camera and talk cash shit about white supremacy this and white people that, and you didn't have to worry about a motherfucking cross burning in your yard and a motherfucker coming at 3 o'clock in the morning to rape and beat you, not necessarily in that order. Black men made the way for that, so that you wouldn't have to worry about that. You go to sleep at night comfy than a motherfucker. You take that wig off, goddammit, and pop it on that styrofoam wig head, and you go to sleep. And the most you had to worry about was a troll here and there. Black women didn't make that happen. Black men fought and died for that, so that there could be some accountability for a white man doing something to a black person in this country, where there could be some type of there could be some type of repercussion for his action. And I'm finna steal something from you, angry man. I'm gonna put my mother. I don't have super chat, but what you can do is this right here, nigga. But in any case, look at me. I got 100 viewers, y'all. Hey. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? I got 100 viewers. How y'all doing? Anyway, get back to the cook. Oh, we got the esteemed BGS and Cerulean Gray in the motherfucking house, y'all. What's up, Callie? So here you have such an alarming lack of understanding exactly how white supremacy actually works. It is not located in a city. White supremacy is centralized in motherfucking Silicon Valley, goddammit. And all we gotta do is head down there to that motherfucking hack that motherfucking system, and white supremacy be over overnight. Goddammit. Black men just ain't figured out how to do it. How stupid is this shit? You want our men to commit suicide, to throw themselves upon the sword. For what? What are you doing that inspires them to do the shit? Get on the motherfucking thing and talk about how dominated they are? Is that supposed to be a vote of confidence to them? What is that supposed to exactly do? I want to know, what are you bringing to the table that inspires a man to die for you? What I want to know. What do you and those women who think like you, what do you all bring to the table that a man would examine these things and say, you know what? This is a group of women that I will struggle and die for, protecting them and maintaining them and caring for them. This is a group of women that I would do this for, because they do this and they do this and they do this. And it is invaluable to us. And we will do this. We will fight and struggle and say, listen, black men fight and struggle for you, for your ungrateful ass as it is. You're ungrateful as fuck, mind you. We're not protected by black men. Black men don't protect you from what? You walk around motherfucking freely. Protect you from what? You talk mad shit every day. Protect you from what? I want to know what you need protecting from. What do you need protecting from exactly? And when he do come to protect you, you turn around and spit in his face. I guess he should have got there sooner or whatever. This is why our esteemed brother Charles Faulkner keeps asking you what's the opposite of a beta male coon, because he's trying to cajole you into saying something positive, one thing positive about black men that you do not consider beta male coons. And you never answer that question, which kind of proves that you don't think there are any black men that aren't beta male coons. That's what I gather out of that. He keeps asking you what appears to be a a meaningless question, but it's actually not a meaningless question. It actually puts you on the spot. Say something positive about the group of men that you claim that you're for and not against. Lord, remember me. You say I am black from Mississippi and I didn't know we were dominated. You dominated, honey child, boo boo. You dominated like a motherfucker. You up in Mississippi too. You better be glad they ain't lynching no niggas down there in Mississippi, honey. You be the first one on the tree, honey. First one hanging from a tree. Southern trees bear a strange fruit. You'll be strange fruit. Blood on the leaves. Don't get me started. Don't get me started on that shit. You dominated. All y'all dominated. Grinch, you dominated. Charles, you dominated. Cerulean, you dominate. Don't y'all know y'all is some dominated beta male coons now? Come on, BGS, you real dominated. You the king of being dominated, honey, because she can't stand you, BGS. So you the king of being dominated. That's all it is. You the king of being dominated. Y'all is dominated. She had the audacity to refer to Valdez as a beta or as a dusty beta male coon. Thank you, Char. A dusty beta male coon. After him and Cerulean Gray, this is how ungrateful. After Angry Man and Cerulean Gray went to her channel on numerous occasions, not bashing her, not talking crazy to her, so called, as she would put it, but simply stating why her talking points were incorrect. And they were doing so in such a way they had her giddy on them motherfucking hangouts. She was giddy and giggly than a motherfucker on them hangouts. And they were trying to be diplomatic with her to explain more than a couple of times why what she was asking, as far as fighting white supremacy, this, that, and the third, why this was an erroneous supposition. Okay? Why it is erroneous. You have Cerulean Gray with military experience telling her, even from a military standpoint, how this would not work and what actually would need to be done in order to achieve a goal that we are not going to see in our lifetimes, even if performed perfectly. We are here to lay the groundwork. That is always the most difficult, laying the groundwork and being the pioneers for and setting the foundation upon which could be built by the next generation and teaching them how to build on the foundation that we lay. And as women, we have a major part to play. While the men organize, the women must organize behind the men. Okay? Because we are responsible for the rearing and teaching of the generation that has to come behind us to build upon the foundation upon which we are building. This is the responsibility. This is what you don't understand. This is why what you're saying is stupid. This is why they don't pay it any attention when you say it. Because you have not thought out any of the logistics of what actually goes into so-called fighting white supremacy, as you put it. There is political involvement. And see, at some point, there's going to have to be bloodshed. At some point, blood is going to have to be shed. You don't have a revolution without bloodshed. And then what are you going to do when it comes time for that? Because you're proving even now, and all that we're doing is sort of throwing the ideas in the hat and trying to organize the idea. You have already come through and said you weren't going to support it. And you not even in the sense of I'm going to respect our men because they are our men. And you can't use the where they were conquered. There, almost every group walking this earth has been conquered by another group. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. The Chinese and the Japanese were conquered by white supremacy, ideologically, and if nothing else, and politically, if nothing else. And you don't hear their women talking shit. The Native Americans were completely dominated. They have not been able to recoup their numbers, and they are secluded on reservations. And their situation is not any better than ours, really, when you go to examine their communities. They have a lot of the same issues that Black people have because they were dominated, quote unquote, by the same system. They were decimated by that system brutally. Many of the tribes wiped from existence. And you don't hear they women talking shit. We don't respect Native American men because they was dominated by white men. The fuck out of here. What the fuck is with that shit? You mad as fuck that Black men even got into slavery. But how were they supposed to prevent that? Had they been able to prevent it, they would have. Black men have always fought against their slavery. Stop believing the motherfucking hype. It wasn't just Denmark Vesey and Nat Turner that led insurrections, okay? Get out of the white man's history book. Black men were fighting that shit physically and everything else during chattel slavery, during the time where you could be killed for anything, just breathing too hard, you could be killed for it. Just because you was a nigga. They fought through being castrated, being made eunuchs, being raped, beaten, killed, maimed. And they would still get together and attempt to organize each other to overthrow the master on the plantation or to at least run away. And they were making plans that if they couldn't bring their women and children with them in the initial a plan, part of the plan, that they would have a way to come back and get them. So they have always fought it. You want to shit on the civil rights movement and say, well, it was an exercise in assimilation rather than segregation, and you can have your points on some of that shit, but it was the civil rights movement that gave you the opportunity to sit in front of your computer on a white-owned platform and talk cash shit about black men and not expect a reprisal for that. This is the type of shit that I'm talking about. This is why the talking point is a piece of shit. It's a piece of shit talking point. But you're not going to drop it because you feel like this is a jug at black men. You can jug black men with that. So you're not ever going to stop saying it. But I can no longer allow that shit to go unopposed. Even Zaza Ali got at your ass on that panel that y'all was doing with Angel a few months ago. Even she had to get at your ass a little bit about that. The way you was talking mad shit. And you ungrateful. Because going back to Valdez and Cerulean being on your channel and being fucking chummy with your ass, and for you to turn around and make a motherfucking video referring to Valdez as a beta male coon, just show how motherfucking stupid you really are. You stupid. And when he called you out today to come and say something about that shit, you failed to show. Because you knew you was gonna get that work. I'm supposedly too small of a channel for you to pay attention to, but I don't give a fuck. The numbers don't invalidate what the fuck I'm saying. Fuck them numbers. You dumb. You want to sit here and talk about how educated you are and how smart you are, but no, you're not. Because you had two of the most influential and powerful black men on the black sector of YouTube befriending you on your panel. And you couldn't even theoretically keep a man around you. Come on. You couldn't even intellectually keep two men around you. Two men. Yet you so motherfucking smart. You so this and you so that. It's dumb. You never supposed to get rid of your allies. Never supposed to get rid of your allies. They were trying to become your allies. But what they couldn't do was sit back and watch you continue to drag black men. And when you got mad at them, they was beta male coons too. When you got mad at Valdez, guess what you called them? So beta male coon is not just a term that's fit for beta male coons. It's a term fit for any man that don't kiss your ass. Cause you was let's talk about that shit. Let's talk about Valdez's stream for a minute. If he don't mind. Because he didn't say your name. He didn't call you fourth. He did not call your wig. He did not send for your wig. He did not send out anything, any message in a bottle. He didn't send out a pigeon with a letter tied to it or nothing, Jesus. He did not send for your wig. Your wig came trucking, goddamn it, right over to the stream. It was the first thing smoking, goddamn it, the first track smoking over there. You just came over there. You couldn't help it because of the title about is weave proof that black women are trying to be white. And you couldn't even help yourself. You couldn't even help yourself. You came right over to the stream in all caps talking shit. Triggered than a motherfucker. Nobody called you. Nobody said sent for you. Nobody. But here you get that. There you were. Just the same. And trying low key tell him what to talk about. He could have came. You could have came to my channel and talked about that. Who the fuck gotta come to your channel to talk about any fucking thing? All of us that's content creators, whether we got a big following, a mid-sized following, or a little or two people following us, got our own motherfucking channel. Say what you want to say on your own shit. He ain't got to talk about what the fuck you want him to talk about. Talk about what the fuck you want to talk about. You was the one triggered because of the title and the subject matter and shit like that. Nobody was talking about your talking points. Which you ain't want no smoke no way with him, because when he called you forth today for all the smoke, you avoided it. You avoided all the smoke. And you can call yourself think I'm too small potato to deal with me. I guess I'll probably be a little nothing ass bitch or something like that. I don't care. I don't really care. I can be small potatoes, but it does not negate anything that I'm saying. Because your talking points don't have any merit. They have nothing to stand on. Simple logic and common sense destroys them. So you're not for black men. And with the rhetoric that you talk, you're not for black women either. You're not for black women because uh you're telling them you're selling them a dream, one that they should wake up from. It's a fucking nightmare. Because you're reinforcing that feminist white talking point shit. You dominated. Let's talk about that because you have absorbed white talking points and shit like that. So you dominated. We could say that. You constantly sitting up there with a straight ass motherfucking wig. We can say that shit. What is that? You don't like white folk, but you sure got Becky hair on your head, and I don't want to motherfucking hear no shit about there are other people in the world who have straight hair, and it don't have to be European. And it don't fucking matter. The only fucking thing that matter is the shit don't look like your shit. And which brings up another point. What the fuck do your shit look like? I assume that the shit is nappy, based solely on your sister's dreadlocks. Cause I have never seen not even no baby hair peeking up out that scarf. I ain't even never seen no baby. I ain't even never seen no sideburns. You know how you have just a little bit of hair on the sideburn? I ain't never seen that at your temple. Okay? I ain't never seen a scraggle of hair at your temple, honey. Where your hair? And see, you can't say what kind of man talks about hair and makeup because I ain't no motherfucking man. I'm gonna talk about your hair and your makeup. I ain't seen hide nor hair. You get it? Is this thing on? I ain't seen hide nor hair, bitch, of your damn temple, your baby hair, nothing. I ain't seen no naps at the nape of your neck. I ain't seen nothing. Why you selling our sisters a dream? Why you telling them not to support they men? Why you telling them that black men basically ain't shit and they don't deserve the respect of black women and they don't deserve the empathy of black women and they don't deserve the support of black women? Why are you selling them that dream? Why are you saying that to them? That's some agent provocateur shit. Why are you telling black women this? And there are some young black women who are in your following. These women will be doomed to listen to you. And what are the collective of black men doing? What's the collective of black women doing? Since you know how to fight white supremacy and you got this shit all figured out, I need to be emailed the 10-point plan, goddammit, of how to fight white supremacy for dummies by Cynthia G. That's the book we need right now. We need that book ASAP. How to Fight White Supremacy for Dummies 101 by Cynthia G. That's what we need. We need that. We need that book. We need that book. When you gonna write that book? I want to know. You can self-publish it on Amazon and everything. I need to know when we gonna write this book. I'd like to know. That book needs to be written. Since you know You got it all sold up. Black men is too motherfucking dumb and stupid to fucking figure out how to get out from under white supremacy. You got the ABCs and the 1, 2, 3s on the shit. Spill the beans. I'm gonna need you to spill the beans. All right? Since you know we can't trust the leadership of black men as far as you're concerned because they're not leaders. So since they're not leaders, they're not smart enough to come up with the plan. So you come up with the plan. But I bet you ain't got no plan. So my thing is, what the fuck you talking about? I want to know is what's really going on. The fuck is you really talking about? Don't be laughing at my Chicago vernacular artisan. I swear to you, you better not judge me. Spill these beans, these biz naeens, nigga. That's what I need. Oh yeah, D Pool of 78. Oh, she gonna go hard on Nyla's panel tonight. She gonna go hard in the paint. She gonna go hard on Valdez. And if she know anything about this live or anything like that, she gonna go hard with me. I don't give a fuck. She can go hard. I wanted to talk to her the other night. Ain't nobody scared. Ain't nobody scared. Ah, skirt, pull up on your ass. Ain't nobody scared. There's nobody afeared. Now, you know, there is something to contend with. That goddamn Kraken sitting on her head is a motherfucker. Now, you got to fight that motherfucker too, cause he got talking points too. Goddamn it. You know her wig is. Her wig is motherfucking Krang from goddamn it Ninja Turtles, nigga. You know that brain. I'm dead. I'm dead. It's motherfucking Krang. Oh, motherfucking head, nigga, and that shit be wildin'. And so you gotta dodge that shit too. You know what I'm saying? You can talk your shit. You know, I don't know. I might have dug a hole, goddamn it, for myself. Cause you know, I got carried away thinking I was talking to one motherfucker, but there's the brains behind the operation, goddamn it, that you're unaware of. Odds behind the motherfucking curtain, goddammit. You mm-mm. Mm. Mm-mm. Woo. And that boy, that wig get hot. God damn it, up under that wig cap. I better shut my ass up. I'm gonna wake up. I'm gonna motherfucking wake up to some wigs, coming in my room like a motherfucking, what I'm saying, like the mafia. It'd be worse than finding that horse's head in the bed, like on Godfather. I found a, a dismembered wig, goddamn it, in my motherfucking bed, bitch. You found a decapitated wig, bitch. Instead of blood, it'll be a bunch of motherfucking hair glue all on my sheets. Fuck my sheets up. What the fuck? Like, bitch, this what you get. This a message, bitch. Talk about Cynthia again, bitch. Woo. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Oh my goodness. Derek Mills said, in my opinion, folks are giving Cynthia G too much credibility. She's an agent provocateur that disguises her misandry behind Black empowerment. See, it's not too much credibility. It's not credibility that's being given to her, but we have to say something about that. We can't just allow her to run amok and say whatever the fuck she want to say, and we don't have the liberty to just ignore it and say she can say whatever she wants. It's her channel, and if you don't like it, don't watch it. No, no, no. We don't have the liberty to do that. We have to actually speak out against dangerous rhetoric, especially when that person has a listening and a following. Okay, the rhetoric is dangerous. The rhetoric is, moreover, it's stupid. It's stupid rhetoric. Because I don't know when her content switched from banging on white supremacy and white folk to banging on Black men. No, Derek, no. She cannot be completely ignored until we forget she exists. See, there is no hiding and burying your head in the sand. Because if we can't wage this type of fight, a fight of ideals over the internet, if we're too afraid, well, I can't say nothing, you know, about her because, but she publicly saying this shit so I can publicly counter it. She ain't saying whispering this shit in the privacy of her home. She putting this shit out on the internet for anybody to look at. So it can't be ignored. That is not how you solve issues, by ignoring them. Ignoring shit till it go away. That's not how the fuck we do that shit. That is not how the 1/3 do that shit. The 2/3 Nif-Nons ignore. 1/3 stomp out. That's what we do. It just doesn't work that way. So I'm sorry that this may seem abrasive to you or unnecessary to you, but it's being done. It's certainly being done. It's gonna continue to be done too. I don't care if she get mad. I don't care if she make a video about it. I don't care if she try to call herself pull up on me on a string. I don't care what she do. She could completely ignore me. I don't care. Because what I'm saying is not invalidated by anything that she does or chooses not to do. Then get her channel taken off of YouTube. That has been tried. That has actually been tried. People have tried to do that. That is not the answer. She let me explain something to you, Derek. Derek Mills. Words are like bows out of an are like arrows out of a bow. Once you shoot them, they cannot return. Okay? And she has sent bolt after bolt after bolt unanswered. The men have been upset about it and they have said something against it, which is fine. But we all, if we are of like mind, must drown out that voice. It's not about getting her channel taken off of YouTube. It's not about that. It is about proving publicly how ignorant the talking points are and how irrelevant they are. You have to counter argue. You see what I'm saying? Because she's going to say what she's going to say. But if the rhetoric is dangerous, it must be spoken against. Okay? That's about. So again, sorry, not sorry. If this is abrasive to you or seems unnecessary to you, I don't care. She has to be spoken out against. Point blank, period. She thinks she's high and mighty with them dumbass talking points. Like she thinks her position is unassailable. And it is it's easily assailable. I just did it. I did it on another video that I had called Money, Power, Respect. I dismantled it. She's predictable. And when an enemy is predictable that way, it should be simple to counteract them because you know what the next step is. How long I've been on here? Just about an hour. It seemed longer than that, don't it? It seemed longer than an hour that I've been on here. But I got 134 people. I'm so happy, y'all. Y'all is just making me I am blushing, y'all. I am. And we got some names in here today too. I'm so humbled. I'm so humbled. Yeah, Torian, she tried to use, them little 3-syllable words she had. Try to confuse somebody. CC Sanders, it wouldn't even be a fair fight. Wouldn't even be a fair fight. And I'm not even gonna sit here and act like I'm super duper well read on historical facts on this, that, and the third. I'm not even gonna sit here and act like I can pull up dates and pull up, this historical event or that to prove a point. I'm not even gonna act like I can do that. I'm a good researcher, but I'm not gonna even act like I can do that. This is just common sense. All I'm coming from is common sense and logic. That's all that this is coming from. And she would not be able to hang. She gonna get frustrated. She gonna get frustrated with it, just like she did with Zaza. And Zaza hit her soft. Zaza hit her soft, and she got super frustrated with Zaza because she couldn't really say nothing against what she was saying. She got dismantled in about 5 minutes. And all she could do was repeat what she said. And she couldn't go several layers deeper into that. Because if you know the position of your man, and if you know the position of our people under this oppressive system, then how can you blame our men for the condition that they are in? How do you do that? It doesn't inspire empathy at all. If I understand how my men get into the situations that they get into as a group, then how can I not have empathy for them? How can you not move in their favor? Hey, Soup Bone, and thank you. It's ridiculous what she's saying. Like I said, she hasn't bothered to think about the logistics of what she is asking, because she doesn't listen. When you talk to her, she doesn't listen. And this is one reason why I could get on a panel with her, but she's condescending, she's arrogant, and she's not a listener. She waits for her turn to talk. She doesn't listen to what you are saying. And see, that right there would grind the fuck out of my gears, because I don't like being condescended to, especially by people who are not smarter than me. So I might get on up out of here. How you doing, Bitter True? I saw you in here, but I was too busy cooking and frying and sauteing and flash frying and deep frying and shallow frying and searing. How you doing? It says CNG's wig is smarter than her. That's because it's Crane. That is because her wig is Crane. Listen, let me tell you something. We could have been defeated white supremacy. If you give us the technodrome, we could do this shit. But you got the technodrome motherfucking in the goddamn other dimension, won't bring it through. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed. You got the technodrome chilling, just chilling with the Crane army behind you, and you ain't defeated white supremacy yet. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. That's the shit I'm talking about. Oh, you finna watch Creed too? I'm finna go to the movies and see it tomorrow. I'm finna go see it tomorrow. That's what I want to see. But anyway, yeah, girl, you got the whole Crane army behind you with alien technology, advanced technology. You know what I'm saying? I could come through with laser guns and shit, and you ain't fought white supremacy. You ain't gave us no schematics or nothing. You supposed to give us the schematics to the whole operation. We need the blueprint, nigga. We need the blueprint, nigga. And not gave us the blueprint at all. Just hanging or just sitting on the information that we need. You got mutagen. You know what I'm saying? You can make a Ninja Turtle army. It's a lot of shit that could be done here. Shit. That's right, Artisan. Artisan said if you there in bed with him, slide us a plan. Slide us a motherfucking plan. Be the bed winch to sat by the door. Slide us this goddamn plan. Shit. We need them. And you sitting on them. Talking about what is black men doing to destroy white supremacy. I don't know. What is the alien army from the 10th dimension doing to stop it? Shit, you should know that. Shit. I am gonna get off of here. Because y'all have got me in a roasting mood. I will sit here and giggle for the next 30 minutes. Y'all just really don't know. I will sit here and giggle, okay, on this live stream and just be giggling. Because y'all going in on this chat. Y'all have been going in on this chat. I am so mad that I'm gonna have to do something with this stream. I can't leave it up there because they're gonna ban my channel again, y'all. And I need to be able to get on this live stream when I want to. Because I could do it on my backup channel, but it don't have as many subscribers and stuff like that. Now, it just don't feel the same. So I'm not gonna I'm gonna try to be careful. Don't be sorry, ho, be careful. I'm gonna try to be careful. With you know what? Scalp jitsu. I'm done. I'm done with scalp jitsu. I'm done with that. Ronan Martin, whoever you are, go to bed, sir. Please go to bed. It is time to go to bed. Wherever you are, it is time to go to bed. I guarantee you it's time to go to bed. CC, I do have a backup channel that I wanted to do for my streams, but I don't promote it as much as I should. So therefore, it does not have the following. So if I go live, I'll get a few people, but I should promote it more. Charles said a headband to make her dance. Headband to make her dance. That's my challenge. My challenge is proof. We'll go with your talking points. If you prove on live video that headband is separate from that wig, I want to know, is your headband separate from the wig? Because I think it's one whole piece. I think that headband with that bang swoop is one whole piece. I want you to prove me different. Prove me different. Y'all killing me into the 36 week. Oh my goodness. All right. I gotta go, y'all. Y'all is silly. And y'all got me out here just silly. Anyway, y'all, I am going to get on off of here. Hey, Night B. I am going to get on off of here. That BGS, her wig ain't changed. Okay, I'm gonna say this one thing. I'm gonna say this one thing. BGS, why'd you bring that to my attention? Her wig has not changed in 2 years. If you're gonna wear fake hair, ain't the whole point of that shit to switch it up? Ain't that what they always say? We just switching it up. So switch that shit up. Why you got that same curl with that same bang with that same headband? Girl, if you don't get a quick weave with a 27 piece and show up with with a short pixie style. I don't know. Your head seemed like it's shaped a little funny. But show up at least with a bob this time, or do some braids one time, or show up with some crochet one time, or god damn, show up with an afro wig. Well, I don't care what you do. Just next time I see you, I need that goddamn that romance curl. I need that to change. I need that to change because you have that carnubia romance curl. Don't think I know my curls. I don't wear wigs, but I be in the beauty spot store. I know what the fuck they call. That sensational. I know what brand you using. Get you a Malaysian curl. Get you something. Cause it is that same wig. Mm. It sure was that same wig. I want to see you in a different wig. Give me a different wig. I need a different wig. It's shiny because it's cheap, Grinch. See, higher quality weave and wigs don't shine like that. It's the real cheap ones that's got that glossy look to it, like a Halloween wig. Hmm. When you get a higher cost wig, it's more like regular hair. Don't have that shine to it. Hmm. I am not gonna give y'all no hair lessons today because I could get into it. I am for the last time gonna get off of here. Y'all are crazy, and I love each and every one of y'all. Y'all are crazy. Do you understand me? And I will see you on a live stream probably next week. Like I said, I'm going to try to excuse me. I'm gonna try to do a live stream once a week, preferably on Saturdays. Um so that you guys can have a show to look forward to. It's not always gonna be roasting, folks. Although I can't help myself sometimes. It might turn into a roast, even though I may not intend a roast. You see what I'm saying? And I'm gonna try to give y'all heads ups so that y'all can be expecting the live stream, so that because this was a good turnout today, Mr. Cardigan. I wanted to do them around anytime, I guess 2 or 3 in the afternoon Central Time. I'm so sorry. Excuse me, y'all. I don't know why my throat got. Mm. Anyway, a wig is a master. I'm done. There are only two. BG is there's only a Sith Lord and the apprentice at all times. At all times. You see what I'm saying? The Sith Lord and then his apprentice. You see, at all times. All right, y'all. I'm really gone. Again, I love y'all, and I will catch y'all on a live show next week. That's not saying I'll never go live during the week, but I want my set schedule show, I guess you could call it, to be done on early afternoon on Saturdays, because that's you know what I'm saying? That's the time that I think it'll be more productive. And if things change or whatever in the future, we'll go with the flow. But I love y'all, and I am signing out.